I want you to know that you were dead wrong. Dead wrong. Simply off the strength of the fact that you started this question with, I feel like Christian women are pushed towards marriage.
Tastemakers.
Class. We do more than make a living, we make a life. When everything is dark, we are the light. We are the tastemakers, alright. Let tomorrow tell the stories that we make tonight. We do more than make a living.
Let me set this up real quick for y'all, real quick.
Please.
Let me set it up. All right, so boom. Right? So y'all know I do weddings. I officiate weddings and I DJ weddings. And Micah does too. I saw Micah do somebody's wedding.
I just did my first wedding last week.
That was your first one?
That's my first one I ever did. Yes.
Welcome to the gang, my boy. Welcome to the gang. Bro,
I'm single, never been married, but here I am telling people what they need to do with their life.
Me too.
Oh, Lord.
Bro, weddings are so fun. Like, yo, it's dope. But anyway, so all right, so I've been doing weddings for like the last 3-4 years now. And now I just added to my package where I'll officiate your wedding and I'll DJ your wedding. So now I'm selling package deals. So one of the couples that bought my packages, they were like, hey, we want you to do our wedding, we want you to officiate it and DJ. And we're getting to know each other a little bit because as the officiant, you don't want to go in there cold. You want to know the couple a little bit. So we're going over that. I'm going into the crib for dinner. You know what I'm saying? We meeting at church after church, talking, kikiing, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting to know this couple as they're my friends. So I'm like, yo, I love this couple. Like, this couple is so dope. You feel
as
me?
someone who plans weddings, that's not normal, but I respect you for it.
Nah, but like, I want to know my couples. You know what I'm
see.
saying? Like, that's just how I feel. Especially if you go to my church, I want to know you. You know what I'm saying? So at one of these dinners that we have, the bride, she mentions, hey, I got this sister. I really want you to check out. Like, I think y'all be so cute together. I think y'all would be, you know, like a good couple. You know what I mean? Now, those of y'all on this podcast, y'all know, I feel like sometimes I'm just called to singleness. I don't think I may not be called to the ministry of marriage for a lot of reasons, but we won't get into that right now. But I may be called I may be called to singleness, right? So as she's telling me this, like, hey, I want you to meet my sister, I know she's saying this like, I think y'all would be good together in a marriage context. Because especially church women, not all women, but this I think would be right on point for church women. I think they are like trained to get married. Like, if you come up in church, like, you have to get married. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pushed on them heavy. You feel me? So I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So then I kind of don't play into it and we keep eating dinner, whatever. I go back to the crib the next month and she brings it up again. So I'm like, oh, she like this really, like, she really wants this to happen. So as the officiant and as, you know, me getting them married, I don't know them well enough, I feel like, to be 100% honest yet, as far as like telling her, I don't want to get married. Stop trying to put me on with your sister. Like, I don't feel comfortable having that conversation yet. I'm still getting to know you a little bit.
Invested.
You know what I'm saying? So I just let it slide again. I let her keep saying it, and now we're at wedding day. So the wedding day there, I'm going to the weddings, you know, wherever it's at. I'm going there. I'm unpacking my DJ stuff. I'm setting up, and she's hyped. She's like, Corey, you get to meet my sister today. Yes. So I'm like, yeah, I get to meet your sister. That's cool. So I meet her sister. We talk for like 2 seconds. Like, we have a very brief conversation, probably like 30-second conversation, and I go back to work. So the wedding happens. You love her. She loves him, whatever. I do. Kiss the bride. I now present you, whatever. Wedding's over. I DJ it. I kill it. Come back home. 3 days later, the bride's texting me, did you get to meet my sister? I said, well, I really didn't get to meet her, but we talked for a few minutes. But, you know, I didn't really get to meet her or whatnot. I'm thinking, like, that's low key. Yo, that I'm not, like, I didn't give her any kind of further interest. All I said was I really didn't get to talk to her, but she seemed nice. That's what I said. I'm thinking she's going to get the hint. She's not getting the hint. She's like, here's her number. Text her. You guys should go out. I already told her that you're going to call her. I'm like, Lord. So now I feel like I got to go out with her now. So the question that, you know what I'm saying, I got at hand with y'all is it wrong to go out on a courtesy date? You know what I'm saying? In a courtesy date, I mean,
You know what a courtesy date is.
I'm about to explain to you.
No, based on the story, we get what it is.
You said what?
Based on the story.
I need you to define it. Define it.
Right.
It
So I'm going to define it. I'm basically going out on this date with her because I want to complete the cycle. I want to say I went out with her. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. But thank you for trying to hook me up. I appreciate that. And then it's done. Rather than me not going out on a date with her at all, and she's going to continue to ask me about her sister. Right. So I just feel like it's better for me just to complete the whole like 360 with it. You introduced me. I met her. I wasn't feeling it. And we're closing that chapter. But then again, I could go out with her. I could fall in love and be like, yo, I love this girl. After getting to know her, after going to the restaurant, we chilling, we talking, we might vibe. But at the end of the day, I feel like for me, it's going to be a courtesy date. You know what I'm saying? So is there a problem? Savannah, I want to hear from you first as the only woman here.
You really
Is there a problem?
You really don't.
I do.
Please let the men go first. Please. I want to know what I'm working with before I.
All right. I feel that. I feel that. Is there an issue with me going on this courtesy date with this woman?
No, please. Please. Men first. I'm not going first in this scenario. I am not, because I've got a mouthful. So please.
It's show like me and Maurice, like, you know, you be at a wedding, you throw the guard out, dude. Like, no,
no, you got it.
So why did her? It was her sister, right?
Her sister.
Why did her sister think that was a good idea and that you wanted to participate in that idea?
So I think it's the perception of, oh, Corey's a pastor. He's a good guy. He's marrying us. I know he's gonna like my sister because she's not a pastor, but she's all those things too. So I think it's the idea of who they know me to be, and they assume I want her because of she has the same intangibles that I have.
And were you not interested from jump?
I didn't know her or meet her until I saw her at the wedding.
Well, I mean, when you saw her, did it prick your imagination to say, I would love to figure this out?
It did not.
Yeah, so I think you should just say that from jump. You know, I'm good. I'm straight, you know, but I appreciate it.
Hold on, Bose. But Bose, listen.
Bose,
in my younger years, I've been known to be superficial, and I'm still superficial a little bit. I'm not gonna hold you. Actually, a lot of bit. I'm not gonna hold you. And I'm trying to do better. So with that, I don't want to turn down things that may be something good, even when they don't necessarily spark that first thing that was good. Like Brussels sprouts. I didn't like Brussels sprouts for mad long.
I know you to not.
Now I love Brussels sprouts.
Okay, all right. Let me say 2 cents because
I got about to go. My screen just got frozen.
Yeah, Savannah about to go in. But let me say this real quick. The only thing I would say, is it bad to go on a courtesy date in the way that you explained it? I think it is bad if you're gonna go and not be present. If you're gonna show up,
I'm gonna be present. I'm
if you're gonna be present, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad. It sounds like your mind is already made up. You did give an alternative, like, yo, maybe I will fall in love with her, and that did let me know, kind of, maybe you will show up present. It seems like you were already turned off before you met her because of the pressure her sister was trying to put on you about the whole situation. So that could be some pre-energy that when you already met her, it was kind of like, you know.
Savannah gonna cuss me out, yo.
Yeah, but I say go on the date as long as you are present. Don't waste her time. Don't waste her time.
I'm not.
And you can't smash because you just married a sister. You know what I'm saying?
You can't smash. You can't smash, bro.
Yo.
You can't smash.
Look at Savannah, y'all. Look at Savannah.
Oh, stress, bro.
No.
Yeah, you gonna be with Tony Evans and them. You know what I'm saying? You know?
I gotta retire from the podcast. I gotta quit my job.
I want you to know that you were dead wrong. Dead wrong. Simply off the strength of the fact that you started this question with, I feel like Christian women are pushed towards marriage.
They are.
Because we are. You're not incorrect,
Yeah.
my nigga. You're not wrong. And yet you still felt it appropriate to close the loop by going on a courtesy date.
Yeah, I don't see what's wrong with
Wow.
this.
You didn't want to be there. You
Savannah.
did not, Corey.
Savannah.
Goss. You didn't want to be there. If you didn't want to be there from the time her sister brought it up to the time she brought up the second time, to the time you saw her sister at the wedding and didn't say to yourself, maybe I was wrong. At any of those points, literally at any of those points, you had the option to say with your God-given voice box, I am not interested. When she asked you after you saw her sister at the wedding,
I see what you're saying.
You could have said, actually, thank you so much. I'm not interested. She seems like she could be great. We didn't interact all that much. And I personally am not interested in spending my hard-earned money to spend or to take her at the dinner. I don't want to do that because you knew before you went to dinner that you weren't interested. And you knew deep down, based off of you saying you're superficial, that you were not about to walk into that dinner and be surprised. You weren't, because if you were surprised, it was because she either had a full face job before she walked in the door or was wearing a pound of makeup to change the way she appeared. And you didn't want to be there. So why are you wasting her time?
Because why can't
talking to somebody else? You got her hopes up for no reason.
Nah, it's not true.
Reason. You a lie. You know how I know you a lie? Because women enjoy dates. And I know you're a good person and you're not about to skimp on no date. So if you're putting in effort for this little date, dinner or a walk in the park, it's not going to be bougie. It's not going to be fake. It's not going to be bad. It's going to be a well thought out moment, which means you planted an unnecessary seed in somebody's feelings to have them eventually be let down when it could have been avoided the entire time.
I didn't.
It could have been avoided. You're not going to get off
did
this
that. Her sister did that, and that's the reason why. No. Her sister did that when she went to her after she found out I was doing her wedding and said, "I got this guy for you." She planted the unnecessary.
And guess what? When her sister followed up and said, "Hey, how'd it go?" Text her. I told her you text her. Your response should have been, "Thank you so much. That's so thoughtful. I am not interested." The problem is men aren't taught to let people down. Y'all are taught to smooth some crap over. We're not asking for crap to be smoothed over. You too daggone old to be smoothing crap over. Get to the point.
So at what point are y'all gonna let me try and be a better person? Like at what point do I give the person who I'm initially not interested in a chance?
You're not, because you're not interested.
Brussels sprouts, my nigga. Brussels sprouts.
You didn't like
you saying you were authentically giving her a chance. That's what you're saying. You were really authentically giving it a chance.
Yes, that's the reason.
By going on the date.
Right.
I don't think you were.
So then it wasn't a courtesy date then. It was you seeing if this is a possible option.
Have you already gone on the date?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Oh, I'm saying, don't go on that date. Don't go on that date. Don't go on that date. You wasting that girl's time and your money. You don't even want to be there. You don't want to be there.
She's not watching this podcast.
I was listening. I was thinking the same thing.
Ain't no way.
And you said something earlier about who watches this podcast or not.
Correct.
She ain't there. You don't even. Don't you dare go on.
Look at Savannah.
Don't you dare go on that date. Corey, if you don't man up and let her know I'm good, thank you so much. You're not interested. Particularly that kind of woman. She's pressed. She's pressed and concerned, and she's probably been in the market too long for her interest. Don't do that. That's mean and
ugly. Let me talk to Bam real quick. In your years of dating, have you ever been on a courtesy date in your life in the context of how we're talking about it now?
I have, yeah, and I've been on courtesy dates where, yeah, like I knew I really didn't want to be there when I got there, and all I did was, play with somebody just for a little while.
Placated somebody's feelings for no good reason.
Now I have been on courtesy dates where I've said to myself, I know this person wants to be, in a certain type of relationship, but this is a dope person. And maybe if I can tone that or shift that, I think this to be I have a good friend to this day that in the beginning, she DM'd me on Instagram, shot her shot. I backed off of it, but she is such a dope person that we have been cool for 5 years now, and nothing has ever happened. I've told her I'm not interested. Now, someone might say she's just sitting in the cut waiting for just for something to drop, because men, we do that too. We'll say, okay, we got to be friends for 30 years. I'll be friends for 30 years, but the moment you give me a shot,
facts, but the shot's available. The shot's available. Women aren't that complicated. If the shot is available, I'm not cutting the conversation off. If there is genuinely a moment in time where if we've chit-chatted for however many years, if the window of opportunity is available, that nigga knows. You wasting that girl's time because the window of opportunity has been closed. And quite frankly, it was closed when her sister went out of her way to say something to you not once but twice. At that point, you were done being interested. You weren't interested. Let's be honest. You weren't interested when her sister went above and beyond. Because frankly, if I know you well enough, frankly, it took away the chase. I do like the not interested.
I do like
and so frankly, her sister might have messed that up for her.
Yeah.
That's not her fault. So don't make it her problem.
A hunter don't want a deer to just run out and just fall.
You don't want that girl.
Sport, you know what I mean?
If you want to be kind, send her some flowers and say, hey, your sister tried real hard, so I'm trying to be nice so you can feel good for the day. The next one will come along.
Vanna, so you telling me here with a straight face that like, because I feel like girls do this all the time, but they get away with it because they're women. Like y'all, like y'all just be hungry and be like, I want to go try a new restaurant.
For sure.
But that's not a courtesy date. That's getting.
Yes, it is.
That's an understanding. That's an understanding. There's a difference.
That's getting something for free.
No, these dudes don't understand that every single time.
That's why your roster got to be tight. Now, mind you, my roster is no longer tight.
Roster tight is crazy.
My roster is no longer tight. She no longer exists. But when you hungry, you do what you got to do. As a woman, there are certain things that I have access to, that it is what it is. Now, if you want to just spend some money, that's your business. But don't go on this date trying to be kind unnecessarily.
Now,
because if it's the kind of person I think it is, I could be wrong. But if it's the kind of person I think it is who doesn't watch this podcast, then you are wasting that girl's time and you're getting her hopes up, having her over here thinking, well, maybe it could be a different kind of lifestyle if I make some. No, that girl wants to get married. She wants her eggs cracked. She wants
the very moment you playing the game for too long. Now y'all on y'all way to Virginia Beach. She take her shoe off, put out the one of the black people driving past you, looking at you like, what in the hell he done got himself into?
You ain't got no shoes on the beach.
Don't subject yourself.
You're confused. You want to be there. You don't want to be there. Stop it.
Yo, so Cole, let me ask you. Could you do this though? Could you say, hey, I know your sister, tried to kind of hook us up or whatever, play matchmaker, make a joke. Ha ha ha. I'm not really interested. I do think you're a cool woman. Would you still want to just go out and chill and kick it? Nothing besides that. Would you be open to doing that?
She's gonna fall in love with me.
Huh?
She's gonna fall in love with me regardless.
Because the intentions have been set up for that. It's gonna be hard to talk her off that ledge.
Like that's gonna be a mission for her now.
So you think her sister has really talked you up as this is your husband? This is the one for you?
No, not like husband. Nah. But it's like not that I know of.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the push was a little extra for sure to make this thing happen. So I just think it's to close the deal. Like, yo, let's do this real quick.
I think you're closing the deal. I think you're opening doors.
Yeah, but you could tell her that you're not interested. But hey, it's cool. Let's go out and grab some.
Because now I have reason. No, because check this out. Because now I have reason. If we go on a date, we chill for a couple of hours. I can hit her with the text. Wasn't feeling the vibe, but she's cool. And then do all that stuff y'all was saying. Hey, I think you're great. Let's just be friends. But right now, I have no foundation to do that.
You're setting her up for a letdown.
And then two, why won't y'all let me be a better person? Like,
because you're not being better, you're being worse.
Girls talk to guys all the time and initially don't like them, don't think they're attractive, don't whatever. But then they start hanging out and they grow in that. Why is that not possible for guys?
Because men know what they want when they want it.
No, we don't. Why do you think that?
Because if you wanted to, you would.
You know how many best friends have been best friends for years and then they get married? Like, oh man, I didn't even know that you was my wife.
That's ridiculous.
No, it's not. It happens
It's
every
true.
day.
It's true. It happens. It happens. I mean,
It does.
that's
You don't like this girl. This girl ain't her. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. This girl is not her. Stop wasting her time. You trying to friend zone her out the gate and she don't even know it. Stop it.
so you got 3 levels of advice. You got Maurice giving you questions to continue to process in your brain as you go on this date. You got me saying, if you're gonna go, be present, but know what you're getting yourself into. And I'm telling you, the moment she started taking her sock off, think about me.
Stop.
And then you got Savannah basically being like, stop playing.
Stop it.
Quote
All right.
Quote got a question. Quote got a question in the comments.
Quote, what you want, man? What you want?
He got his hand
Why
up.
are you on here? You just got married. You supposed to be out of
Which
here.
is
bro.
why you should give him advice. As a matter of fact, quote, go ahead and type it out.
Bro, it is
Go ahead.
12:07. You should be busting something down right now.
Congrats, though. Congrats.
You're married. You got the green light, right?
You got the green light.
Congratulations.
his hand
Come get
raised.
this man.
Corey, if it was me doing this, what would you say to me?
I would encourage it.
You a lie.
No, it's not true. I would encourage it.
You really think that? If I told you, yo, I met this guy, or rather, there's a situation, someone thinks I should meet somebody based off of our first quick interaction, it's giving immediately no. But I'm gonna go out because he said he wants to take me out.
I feel like girls do this every day.
Yeah,
I
but is it
think
the right
they
thing to
do.
do?
Huh?
Is it the right thing to do?
I don't think it's wrong.
So it's the right thing to do.
It's not right, but it's not wrong.
So
There's
what is
gray area. There's some gray area.
it? I don't think it's a gray area.
Oh, Quote was saying he's the guy that married a friend who they known for 20 years, and then they just realized, oh, we should, that's what Quote was saying.
But quote's the exception, not the rule.
Man, I know a lot of guys like that. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Hey, Savannah, you
Yes.
talking like Kevin Samuels. The
Am I?
exception.
R.I.P. Hey,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
look, I'm not gonna hold you any longer. I appreciate y'all rocking with me today.
Tastemakers. Class. We do more than make a living, we make a life. When everything is dark, we are the light. We are the tastemakers. Aight. Let tomorrow tell the stories that we make tonight. We do more than make a living, we make